Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip: how to help your employees deliver value. If you ask 10 business leaders what drives employee satisfaction, 8 will say pay. Here's why Robert Mesmer thinks that's not the right way for leaders to think about their employees. We all want to do good in this world. Our employees are no different. While some people would happily draw a fat paycheck to do nothing all day, that's not the majority. It's not that most people don't want a fat paycheck. Rather, it's that we all want to feel that we've earned our salaries by doing something of real value. If you were a leader, it's your job to push your employees to deliver value every day. They deserve to have a leader who challenges them to grow. And when you make good on that responsibility, you're creating the conditions for true employee satisfaction. Growth only seems to happen when we're challenged. Sometimes it can take years to appreciate that. In Robert Mesmer's life, he says he had a lot of experience with an incredibly challenging boss, and it took him decades to understand what he was doing. When he was 9 years old, this boss would wake him up at 6 a.m., drive to a construction site, and make him haul materials until dusk. While his friends played hooky, he was learning trades and scheduling projects, all at a lower rate of pay than any employee. He's talking, of course, about his dad. In the beginning, Mesmer hated the work, but as the years went by, he started to see that the challenges his dad placed in his path were leading him to something greater. In hindsight, he says he sees those years as the most important educational experience of his life. And though his sons don't always understand, he tries to pass those lessons on to them as well. Great leaders challenge people to achieve their full potential. Whether it's in the home, in the workplace, or in the community, a true leader lifts people up. The only way to do that is to push people out of their comfort zone. There's no formula to help someone reach their full potential. Because everyone has different skills and shortcomings, everyone has a different performance ceiling. That's why it all comes down to the relationships you build with your employees. It typically takes Mesmer about 6 months to get an idea of a new employee's growth potential. It's not something you can really pick up on at an interview. It's something that comes when you work side by side and face challenges together. And this isn't a one-way street. If you're going to push someone out of their comfort zone, they need to trust you. After all, the beginning will always be uncomfortable. Great leaders win trust by genuinely wanting what's best for their employees. When you know what an employee is capable of, and you believe that they can achieve great things, they will allow you to challenge them. But without that knowledge and intention, they will simply push back. That's why it's so important to be there for your employees. If you aren't, they will have no reason to believe you care. Worse still, you'll be pushing some people far harder than you should be, making work unbearable for them. There's just no way to tell if you're challenging people too much if you don't really know them. Mesmer once had an employee who he thought had a ton of potential. This individual was smart, attentive, and diligent, but for whatever reason, this person had serious doubts about their own abilities. In fact, he once found out they were tempted to quit because they were so afraid of not being able to do their job. But they kept at it, and eventually their doubts faded. Mesmer says he kept telling them he knew they were the right person for the job, that he wouldn't challenge them if he didn't believe in them. They went on to play a crucial role in the business, and many people look up to them every day. And even now, Mesmer keeps giving such individuals new challenges because he believes they can handle them. As a leader, it's hard to know exactly how much to challenge people. In the case of this employee, a combination of trust, goodwill, and hard work paid off. Someone less tenacious may have quit because it was so difficult in the early stages. As always, it's a give and take. But if neither Mesmer or his employee had committed to this process, the employee would be far less skilled, competent, and confident person, and his business would be far worse off. If you are a leader, people are counting on you to challenge them to grow. They may not say this out loud, but your employees don't want to go through life in their comfort zone. They want to achieve their full potential, simply because they're people. This is a responsibility that you can't afford to ignore, and though it isn't easy, If you succeed, you'll find that your employees are beyond satisfied with the experience you're providing. That's all for now. You can find more articles and expert opinions by today's top business leaders at Inc.com. Check back Monday morning at 6 a.m. for another tip from Inc.